Welcome, everybody. Today, we are just doing a normal little stream thing, kinda. Today, I'm playing Ashes Town, but I'm not playing Ashes Town. I have a book that I want to read to everybody called Fallout New Equestria. Now, if anyone has been around since my channel first started, you'll know that this was one of my passions when I first started my channel, was writing this book and posting about it. And then I eventually stopped posting about it and moved on with gaming. However, I still want this book to have some sort of recognition because it's a project, you know? And it takes a long time to get a project up and going, so in order for that to actually happen, it needs attention. So I'm going to do that. First warning I'm going to give is that this book is not for children, though the first one kind of is. If you guys read the description, it kind of tells you already. But the first book, I didn't write that great. I was still in school while I was writing all of this, so I wasn't too hyper focused on it. I was still doing some sort of schoolwork while writing all of this. And it's the second book when all of that gets fixed, where every little thing that I want to be better is written. So the second book is something to look forward to. So yeah, that's just something you guys should take for note, is that the first book is not that good written, because I'm not that good with words and I don't have my glasses. But the second book, it just gets better. I'm also particularly reading this for the actors who are going to be in my show. This is to give them context of what the show's going to have as their themes, and perhaps maybe the books will even have their own little film episode thing connected to them. So who knows, this might be just a script at the end of the day. Anyway, last message before I get into it. Today is Maximus the Cyborg's birthday. I'm not a huge fan of Max at the moment because of all the drama stuff, but just want to let you guys know it's his birthday. If you guys see him, wish him a happy birthday. He's 22 years old now. So, yeah. And I think we should hop right into it, but before I do, I want to be able to manage the stream, so let's see who's watching. And no one's watching right now. But either way, this video is going to be, or stream's going to be turned into a video, and I'll still share it. Anyway, should we get into the story? This is the story of Diana Dopehead, one of my favorite OCs that I've ever made outside of Sonic. Anyway, the first book, like I said, is not the best, but we're going to read it. And it's going to be good, for the most part. Just note that I didn't fully read the original book of Fallout Equestria. I had to pretty much get the rest of it summarized. So some of this stuff isn't accurate, and some of the other books are also mixed into this book, but written differently. So it's its own original Fallout story, pretty much. Just think of it as an AU, pretty much. And yeah. So here's chapter 1, which is more of like a prologue. War. War never changes. It was a long time ago when ponies and every creature were in peace. But ponies got more inventive. The ponies saw nuclear plants, and some creatures didn't like that. Yeah, the first chapter isn't that good written, so this is me just rewriting it on the top of my head for you guys. The Zebra Empire didn't like what the ponies were doing, and thus a war was started, creating the Great War. Following atomic annihilation was a feared thing, but not for long. Stables are shelters made to prevent atomic annihilation. They're made by a company named Stabletech. It was the only way for survival. Luna, our princess, made every pony evacuate, and sirens would be heard. It was time to run. Now I know what you're thinking. Where's little Pip? To answer that, this is a whole new story. My name is Diana Dopehead. Feels like it was just yesterday before the mega spell. Not surprising, coming out of a freezer. Stable 17. Where is every pony? I looked around and stopped. Every pony is dead. My friends, my family. Well, I tried to remember a radroach attacks. That's radroach sounds. I yell, "What the fuck is that?" The radroach gets scared and runs away. I have to get out of here. Just ignore the bodies. I noticed a dead pony with a pit buck, so I took it. I plug it into the controls and I open the stable. I wonder what the world looks like now. Chapter 2. Freedom. Stable 17. Stable 17 finally opened today. Diana Dopehead, the sole survivor, the stable dweller, a wanderer. Stable 17, a stable that hasn't opened. A stable that hasn't been open in years. As the stable vault doors opened, the brightness of the outside started blinding Diana. She hadn't been out in years. All the colors she saw before were gone. Everything looked gray. Everything was gray. War. War never changes, she spoke. The world has seemed to be on fire. She quickly remembered where her old home was. She started running in the direction of her own. She lived just right by the city of Las Pegasus, or at least what was left of it. She went inside, and it seemed as if someone moved in after her. She found a .445 magazine, AK-47, and a .57 Magnum. I'll take these. I don't think anyone's coming back, she said, looking at the pile of bones on the floor. Diana looked a little more, and she found a holotape. On the tape had the name Diana marked on it. She picked it up and inserted it into her pitbuck. An audio played. You may wonder who I am. We've met before the pre-war. I left some guns and ammo if you somehow get it first. Your journey is getting ready to start. Question is, are you ready? The world has changed. We'll meet again. Maybe some sunny day. I want you to travel east. I recommend making friends out there, but be careful of who you trust. Good luck, Soul Survivor. She looked at her pitbuck map and set her mark towards east. Maybe he's from a stable as well. Stable 02 is down east, almost close to Ponyville, she thought. She looked at her pit book one more time and turned on the wasteland radio. Then she started trotting east. An hour of walking can tire a pony. Diana kept on thinking about how thirsty she is. She kept thinking about water. She was thinking about how, if she had some, she'd be satisfied. And at the same time, she also seemed to think about the radiation, how the water would increase problems in her journey. She stopped and turned her head back. Well, too late to turn back, she thought to herself. A lot of thoughts kept popping up in her mind. She had a feeling, suddenly, as if she left the stove on at home and forgot. As if she realized. I don't know why, but I have the feeling I should be going to Manhattan. At least in that direction. She kept walking, but almost fell. In front of her was Ghastly Gorge, but bigger than before. Green fog was down there. She looked closer down and saw raiders. Not just raiders, but slavers as well. Holy shit, she screamed in her head. They're selling those ponies. In a pissed off disgust, she used her pit book to help her aim better and try to snipe. Good thing that stranger left me these guns, she said to herself. Diana takes her first shot. She did it. A perfect headshot. Help! Yelled one of the slave ponies. Diana thought, don't worry, you'll be safe in a moment. You should have not have done that, darling, said the slaver. Now, he looked around and spoke again. Come out, bitch. If you don't, I'll have to kill you. 1 second, his head's there. Next, it's not. She moved to a foggy spot and took her shot. Another perfect headshot, she yelled. I'm coming down to save you. Don't worry. Be careful, warned the blue-maned stallion. They put traps down. Watch out for the bear traps and the landmines. She came down into Ghastly Gorge. She inspected the dead ponies she had just killed. At first, she was sick to her stomach. She thought she was going to throw up after seeing the brain pieces of the bonies. The other was leaking blood out of his now gone face. He had a big old hole in the middle of his head. She paused for a moment. Then she heard breathing. He was still alive. Please, kill me, said the pony in a quiet voice. She didn't like this guy, not one bit. She left him there, hoping that he dies a slow and painful death. She quickly began running towards the cage slaves are in. Bleh, I suck at reading, even if it's my own writing. She was swift and avoided bear traps and the landmines. She had took the key from the other body and opened the prisoner's cage. You're free now, said Diana. Thank you so much, the mare pony said. Wait a second. She looked at the outfit Diana was wearing. You're the stable dweller we heard about, aren't you? Stable 02, right? The young blue-coated pony responded. Actually, I came from stable 17. I need to somehow get to Manhattan, the blue-maned pony responded. It might be a difficult journey to get there. The safest route still isn't all that safe. You must go through the Everfree Forest, go past the ruins, go past Dodge City, and make it to the Radlands. He stopped for a sec. Then he spoke again. Warning, though, The Everfree Forest doesn't get visitors for a reason. It's said that the zebras took over the forest. The ruins are falling apart, so watch your step. If you avoid the death claws by Dodge City, I recommend that you get Rad-X or power armor. The Radlands are full of radiation. Once you get there, you'll meet a traveler just like you. He'll help you through the rest of the way. Stay safe, traveler, and good luck on your journey. You'll need it. Thank you so much, said the grateful stable dweller. The mare pony responded, No, thank you, stable dweller. Chapter 3, The Zebra Mare. Now that we're on that chapter, I can change the character. There we go. Alright, Chapter 3, The Zebra Mare, otherwise known as the Everfree Forest. That's the other name of the chapter. Gray-green, gray-green, yet more gray-green. Gray really was everywhere. It was also dark. The trees blocked any sunlight from coming in. The trees appeared to be 20 feet tall. If there actually is zebras in Equestria, this would be the perfect place to be. Diana Doped ran into a sign Diana ran into a sign that bumped her head. Ah, she thought to herself, who the hell put up this sign? She looked up and read the sign. Beware of Smokey. Who in the hay is Smokey? She questioned herself. Diana stopped. Then she looked around. She tried not to make a peep, so she can listen. Listening to every sound. She felt as if some pony was with her, as if some pony was following her. She listened more closely, and finally her questions were answered. Snap! A tree branch broke. Some pony had to be following her, or at least aware that Diana was there. As soon as she heard the branch snap, she ran as fast as she could away from the sound. Then she listened again. Well, did you find where that pony went? Said one voice. No, but she's gotta be around here somewhere, responded another voice. Well then, said the first voice. Find her. Put a bullet in her head. Yes, sir. Diana looked down from the tree she was hiding in and saw two zebras. The male zebra seemed to give the orders, and the other was a female zebra who follows the orders. She also seemed to smoke a cigarette when she's on the job. The two zebras moved on back out to search for Diana, but before they departed, the female zebra let her companion know a detail of the pony they're looking for. She wears the jumpsuit of a stable dweller. Stable 17, I think. Thanks for letting me know, Smokey. I'll keep my eyes open and awake. Diana was nervous. If they knew she was from Stable 17, then they must have seen her face. Her heart started pounding. She had fear. Diana was breathing hard. After a few minutes, she was able to calm herself down. She opened her pit book and looked for the east. She stayed in the trees, hopping tree to tree so she wouldn't be spotted. Eventually, there was no tall trees. Sunlight was shining through the sky. The sky was actually visible in this area of the forest. Diana looked down and saw the zebra standing there, just waiting. It was Smokey. Listen, stable dweller. I know you're there. This is the forest. Wait, this is the farthest you'll get. Sorry, I'm bad at reading. Yelled Smokey to Diana. So, you won't come out? Smokey asked herself. She picked up a grenade from her saddlebag. She pulled the pin, then threw the grenade at the trees. She blew up the top part of the trees, and a pony fell from the sky. Ah, there you are. Was that so hard? Smokey asked. Diana was just lying on the ground coughing. She was unable to move after a fall like that. She looked up at the zebra. Smokey started singing a familiar lullaby. Hush now, quiet now, it's time to lay your sleepy head. Hush now, quiet now, it's time to go to bed, sang the zebra. Then she gave Diana a grin as she passed out. Chapter 4. The Kidnap. Before we continue, there's like 3 messages I'm missing. Oh, and they're all from Max. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's trying to make me read his book. I'm not doing that. I don't know if he's watching, but Max, I'm not reading that. I'm already reading. Anyways, chapter 4. The Kidnap. It's dark. Too dark. She tried looking around. It was so dark, she used magic to light the way. She was in some kind of basement. Or maybe it was a fallout shelter. She looked more to inspect her new prison. I guess zebras aren't too fond of ponies, are they? Diana asked herself. I have to find a way to escape. But there seemed to be no escape. No windows to break, and the walls were made of brick. It seemed I'm going to have to wait and make a plan. As she said that, she heard another pony. Who's there? She asked. It was quiet for a few minutes. I guess no pony's there, she said to herself. She turned around and jumped up in the air. The pony she was looking for was right behind her. Now I'm going to follow that pony. Who are you? Asked the pony, now backing up into the shadows. Well, Diana responded, I'm the stable dweller from Stable 17. The pony paused for a minute. Then she spoke again. Stable 17? Yeah, answered Diana. She looked at the darkness the pony was hiding in and finally asked why she was hiding in the shadows. I'm scared, the pony responded. I'm afraid you'll be scared of me. Diana walked closer to the darkness. You don't have to worry. I'm more afraid of the zebras. So, fuck, I can't read. She looked behind her, then sighed. She turned her head back and spoke again. You don't have to fear me. I won't hurt you. The pony finally came out of the shadows, and it was now clear why she was hiding in the darkness. She wasn't an ordinary pony. She was a bat pony, a bloodsucker. That's so awesome, exclaimed Diana. I've never met a bat pony before. The bat pony was shocked. You're not scared? But why? I guess I really don't have much time to be scared on my journey, Diana responded. My name's Diana Dopehead of Stable 17. What's your name? The bat pony started looking confused. She didn't remember, in fact. The only the only thing she remembered was that she was a bat pony and that the world is on fire. I don't remember. Diana looked back at the pony and spoke. Well, we have to call you something. What if I called you Sucker Punch? I'd like that, she responded. Now then, said Diana, we should find a way to escape. Sucker Punch gave Diana a smile. Then she asked a question. You'd really escape with me? Diana grinned. Of course. You're gonna join me on my journey. Some pony will have to come and check on both Diana and Sucker Punch. Smokey the zebra, whom caught them both, was happy on her catches. Why, you may ask? She's a collector. In the Everfree Forest, zebras trade ponies for caps. She gets paid more for bringing in bat ponies. Bat ponies and the zebras of Everfree always fought. They didn't like sharing territory with others. Another day, another dollar. Or, well, caps, Smokey said to herself. A zebra named Mike approaches Smokey. Hey, Smokey, asked Mike. Yes, she responded. Did you ever catch that intruder from earlier? As a matter of fact, I did catch that pony. She appears to be from Stable 17, she responded. Mike's expression changed when he heard Stable 17. Stable 17? The Stable 17? Smokey shook her head. I've heard every pony in Stable 17 was murdered. All those ponies. So? Smokey responded. Well, the adults weren't the only ones murdered. I heard the fools joined the adult swim. They're all dead. Sounds like something the ponies would do to their own kind, responded Smokey. Plus, she spoke again, I have the stable dweller. If we want answers, we should ask her. No, thank you, said Mike. If that's the pony who killed them, then I don't want to get close. Mike started walking away so he could avoid the stable dweller. Some ponies are scared of Smokey. The ones that weren't scared had died. Smokey heard the sound of paper flying. She ran to pick it up and examined it. The NPR, New Pegasus Republic, had a wanted poster. Wanted dead or alive. Stable Dweller 17. 2,000 caps reward. Read the poster. I didn't know that the NPR wanted that stable dweller, she thought to herself. She started thinking about what the stable dweller did to become wanted. Was it true? Did the stable dweller really kill her fellow stable dwellers? Smokey started to think back when she saw the stable dweller. Smokey was thinking about the strength of the stable dweller. The dweller didn't seem much of a fighter in Smokey's eyes. Smokey thought the dweller as a runner. Maybe she's a pre-war pony. It would make sense. Maybe the stable dweller can be of use to the zebras. She started running towards the bunker she was keeping the dweller in. Yes. Hopefully the bat pony doesn't get to her first, Smokey thought to herself. Once Smokey made it, She made sure no zebras were around. Can't believe I'm gonna make a deal with the pony. She sighed, then she opened the door. Freeze, you motherfucking zebra! Yelled the stable dweller, pointing a gun at Smokey. This is why I hate ponies. Chapter 5 Teamwork. Will you please put the gun down? Asked Smokey. Why should I? The stable dweller responded. You kidnapped me and this poor bat pony. Well, said Smokey, would the two of you like to make a deal for me? For your freedom? Diana shook her head and asked, Is there a catch to this? No, Smokey said. Just a small task for you and that bat pony. Tell you what, if you do this task for me, I'll not only give you your freedom back, but I'll give you power armor as well. We even have 3 fusion cores for you. Seeing how Diana didn't want to fight with the zebras, she agreed to do it. Sucker Punch and I will do your job, once we know what it is, said Diana. It's simple, said Smokey. We'll put you in power armor so you can take care of a Deathclaw problem. A Deathclaw came from the ruins, and only a pony can operate this kind of power armor. We've lost a lot of good zebras. With your help, we can get rid of the Deathclaw, and we won't lose more zebras. A smile appeared on Diana's face. She thought that if she did this job, the zebras would be good with ponies, or at least just Diana. We have a deal, replied Diana happily. Meanwhile, in the city of New Pegasus, the NPR trooper, she wasn't happy hearing about the stable dweller of Stable 17. Charlotte was the pony's name. She heard stories about Stable 17. All of Stable 17's ponies were dead. Charlotte had a feeling that the stable dweller that came out was responsible. Ma'am, asked the NPR trooper, we have reports that the stable dweller was last seen at Ghastly Gorge. We checked it out, and the reports are true. Footprints suggest that she's heading towards the east. I think she's hiding in the Everfree Forest. Thank you for letting me know. I want you to get some more troopers and give them riot NPR armor and SMGs, responded Charlotte. Yes, ma'am. Oh, by Celestia, said Diana. I can't wait to try it on. Diana was excited. She had never seen power armor. Hopefully this gets me through the Radlands later on, said Diana. So, responded Smokey. What's in the Radlands? Not many creatures go there because of the rads. Well, I'm on a journey to get to Manhattan. When I came out of my stable, I ran home. A holotape and guns were left for me there. The tape is from an old friend. His tape told me I could find him there, spoke Diana. Is it true? Did you really kill every pony in your stable? I heard it in a story, asked Smokey. Diana looked in the zebra's eyes. I don't know what happened. I was in a cryostasis pod. I was the only pony in the cryopod. Smokey looked concerned. So, some random psychopath killed your whole stable? They killed my family and friends. But that's life for you. One day everything is happy and full of color, and the next day it's all over. Holy shit, responded Smokey. Sorry for your losses. It's alright, said Diana. I continue to live on for them. Live the life they no longer have. Smokey smiled. I guess not all ponies are bad. Anyways, said Smokey, I made repairs to the power armor. You should be able to kill that Deathclaw in no time. That's great, exclaimed Diana. Oh my god, my character was standing up that whole time. She went up to the power armor and inserted her fusion core. The power armor powered on, and the back plate of the armor opened up. Diana put her new power armor on and was excited. She started flexing for the fun of it. Calm down, said Smokey. I recommend preserving the power you have remaining. That armor will be useful to you later on, perhaps. Diana shook her head. Thank you, Smokey. I'm hungry, exclaimed Sucker Punch. The zebras here have food they can share. Anything for you two, said Smokey. You guys would be saving all of us by killing the Deathclaw. I'll take you to our garden. Yay, yelled the Bat Pony. Smokey turned her head back towards Diana. You coming? Smokey asked. Diana yawned, then she responded. Oh, I'll stay here. I feel tired. You guys go without me. I'll take a nap here. If you say so, said Smokey. Be careful of the wild creatures. They'll attack you if they sense fear. Back at Ghastly Gorge, the NPR arrives with Commander Charlotte. They inspect every area of Ghastly Gorge. We found bodies, ma'am, yelled a trooper. They appear to be raiders. Charlotte yelled back. How did they die? They've both been shot in the face, said the trooper. They're both not dead, though, ma'am. One appears to still be alive. Stay with me. Stay with the body, said Commander Charlotte. The medic will be here soon. But Matt, don't talk back to an order trooper. And, yeah. Pretty good. Deathclaw. There we go. Chapter 5, Part 2. Is that really Part 2, or is it just Chapter 5 in general? Oh yeah, so it's just Chapter 5, Part 2. The Talking Deathclaw. War. War never changes. Deathclaws are mutated cows. At least that's what ponies believe. Diana Dopehead felt powerful in her new power armor. She wasn't just feeling that. She also felt ready to take on the Deathclaw. She slipped out of her power armor and decided to take a nap. She felt like her journey was already long as it is. But she was happy about that. Diana then fell herself down to the ground, closed her eyes, and fell asleep. The Everfree Forest? Asked a trooper nervously. Are you crazy? Zebras and bat ponies live there. Charlotte looked back at the trooper with an angry gaze. When I have a command, you follow orders, she yelled angrily. The trooper began walking into the dark forest. Suddenly, spears came flying at the trooper, all at once. Each and every spear impaled the trooper's body. One was through his face, with a chunk of his brains out on the end of the spear. "Halt!" yelled the zebra. "I am Thomas. I guard the forest for Smokey, and I will not let you through." The zebra, Thomas, was a young zebra, but strong. Unfortunately, he wasn't all that smart. "What is a little child like you going to do? Do you have a clue who we are, kid?" Thomas' expression changed. He looked brave before, but he stared into Charlotte's eyes. "We are with the NPR. I'm not here to hurt you," said Charlotte. "I really don't want to hurt you. I'm looking for a stable dweller." "You promise you're not going to hurt any zebras?" "I promise," said Charlotte with a grin. Thomas was distracted, and troopers grabbed him from behind. "Take him away, fellas," said Charlotte. "Wait!" yelled the now scared Thomas. "Mommy! Daddy! Smokey!" No matter how much he yelled, no zebra came. I don't know why that says she. I think that was high or something. Anyway. Dreaming. Diana Dopehead had a dream for many moons. She was having an average dream, though. Oh, yeah, sorry, I read that wrong. Diana hadn't had a dream for many moons. She hadn't had a dream for many moons. She wasn't having an average dream, though. Her dream was more like a vision. She saw a pony with a coat colored pale. Her mane both green and purple. Her red eyes. It was a strange pony. A pony Diana has never met. The strange pony was dressed like a clown. Diana knew she never knew this pony, but somehow she looked familiar. She then saw a creature she hadn't seen since the pre-war. A snake. A cobra, to be more accurate. Suddenly, Diana woke up. "Stable dweller," yelled Smokey. Diana moved her head and she heard Smokey and yelled, "Over here! We have a problem," yelled the worried zebra. "Thomas has gone missing." Who is Thomas, if you don't mind me asking?" Smokey turned to Diana. "He was guarding the forest," responded Smokey. "Some pony must have gone in the forest." Diana looked back at the power armor. "I have an idea," said Diana. "We'll take care of two things at once. Sucker Punch will stay with you and help find Thomas. I know you don't like bat ponies, but trust me, she'll help you. As for me, I'll hunt down that damn Deathclaw and make sure you zebras are safe." "I like the sound of that," said Smokey. "Well, let's get going to it." Smokey turned back and ran to her village. Diana put her power armor back on and turned to the radio on her pit book. "Breaking news," said the pit book. "The NPR was seen at Ghastly Gorge towards the Everfree Forest. Some think it has something to do with the stable dweller from Stable 17. Horrible what happened." Why the fuck am I all the way over here now? What the hell? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I was all the way over there. It's pretty weird. "Note to self," said Diana. "NPR is after you." Diana started running towards the ruins. It was a long walk with the power armor. It was heavy. She saw the old castle of the two sisters. It was even more apart than before. She looked down and saw a giant Deathclaw in front of it. They were leading into the collapsed building. Oh, sorry, it was a footprint. God, I can't read. I skipped. She looked down and she saw a giant Deathclaw footprint. They were leading into the collapsed building. That's strange, said Diana. If the Deathclaw is in the castle, then why can't I see or hear it? Suddenly, something dripped on her face. Diana froze in place. It wasn't raining. She looked up and saw the huge Deathclaw's jaw. The Deathclaw roared as loud as a lion. It would have blown Diana away if it wasn't for her power armor. The Deathclaw picked up Diana with its claws. Diana reacted fast and pulled out her trusty gun with her horn. She pointed the gun at the Deathclaw's head and said in a serious voice, "Let me go!" Suddenly, the Deathclaw started laughing. "Huh?" said Diana under her breath. "You are the most funny pony I have ever met," said the Deathclaw. "That won't kill me." "I noticed you're a stable dweller." "Yeah? What's it to ya?" asked the dweller. "I'm trying to survive just like you, dweller," said the Deathclaw. "Everywhere I go, I'm chased out by pony kind. Maybe you can help me." "Maybe we can help each other," responded Diana. "How so?" "The NPR has been chasing after me because I'm from Stable 17. Well, I think we have a deal. I'll chase them away," said the Deathclaw. "As for your troubles, join me on my journey," responded the dweller. The stable dweller from Stable 17 shook hooves, or claws, with the Deathclaw. The Deathclaw was very happy. He had never seen such kindness from any pony, ever. "I need you to make a promise," said Diana. Deathclaw looked at her. "Promise me you won't hurt the zebras." He quickly responded, "Anything for you." They started walking back towards the tribe village together. Diana looked at the Deathclaw. Why are you so fond of me?" she asked. "Well," responded the Deathclaw, "I've heard a story once. A story about a stable dweller. It was believed that the stable dweller would spread friendship over the land of Equestria. It just so happens the stable dweller was from Stable 17. I think you're the chosen one." "I don't think I'm that special," Diana responded. "My name's Diana Dopehead, by the way. What's your name?" "When ponies see me, they refer to me as Red Rocks," he responded. Well, it's great to meet you, Diana. I hope to be of service." Suddenly, they heard gunshots from the zebra tribe village. "Sounds like one hell of a fight," said Red Rocks. Diana acted fast. "Quick, pick me up and run straight," yelled Diana, happy for a fight. "Yes, ma'am," responded Rocky. Chapter 6: Fall of the Zebra Tribe. I'm gonna pull Diana back out. Let me see. LV5. There we go. So that's how Diana looks currently. Chapter 6: Fall of the Zebra Tribe, or the Zebra Tribe Village. Yep. Thomas has gotta be around here somewhere, said Smokey to Sucker Punch. Don't worry, I'm sure he's fine. We should still be quick, said Sucker Punch. Smokey, yelled a zebra. The NPR! They're here! Every zebra, prepare for battle, yelled Smokey. They're going to attack us. Got ya, son of bitches now, said the NPR trooper to himself, aiming a sniper at the random zebra. He chuckled, then he pulled the trigger. Ah! Yelled all the zebras. He was just shot in front of me, yelled some zebras. Every zebra, yelled Smokey, get down! Suddenly more zebras were getting shot in the head. No! Yelled Smokey. I'll call for help, yelled Sucker Punch to Smokey. I'll try to find Diana. Sounds like one hell of a fight, said Rocky. Diana acted fast. Quick, pick me up and run straight, yelled Diana. Happy for a fight? Yes, ma'am, responded Rocky. Just straight ahead was the zebra tribe village. The more closer they got, the louder the bullets were. Not just that, she could hear all the screams of the zebras. He was just shot in front of me. She heard a zebra scream. Rocky set Diana Dopehead down. I'm glad you have power armor, said Rocky. He took out a minigun with 5,000 bullets and gave it to Diana. Let's take the trash out, said Rocky. Diana laughed and started shooting at the treetops. A load of ponies and PR troopers fell from the trees dead. Stable dweller, yelled Smokey. I thought you were going to kill that Deathclaw. Don't worry, assured Diana. He's going to help us. Suddenly, they heard laughing. It was Charlotte. So, we finally meet at last, stable dweller, Charlotte spoke. Too bad it'll also be our last. A pony nuclear bomb was made and will be here in less than a minute. A vertibird flew by and Charlotte grabbed on and escaped. She left a few troopers to defend their escape. Rocky, yelled Diana. Get them out of here. Rocky began picking up Smokey and ran as Sucker Punch flew above. The three made it into a safe distance and waited to see Diana just behind. They all turn around and boom! Explosion noises. All three of them yelled at the same time. Rocky yelled Chosen One, Smokey yelled Stable Dweller, and Sucker Punch yelled Diana. Where am I? Asked Diana. You have failed, Diana, said a white alicorn. All those zebras are dead, and you have failed to save them. She looked at the white alicorn and spoke. Please, yelled Diana. I'm not ready to just die yet. You're not dead. You're not dead yet, my little one, responded Celestia. You're in power armor, and you fainted. The zebras forgive you. They finally forgive some ponies, along with bat ponies. Your friends are worried you didn't make it. You are the chosen one. You are the key to making a better tomorrow. It's time for you to wake up, my little pony. Chapter 6. Crawl out through the fallout. Crawl out through the fallout, baby, when they drop that bomb. Alright. Green fog surrounded the Everfree forest, or at least what was left. The power armor did a good job. The radiation wasn't getting through, but it would soon. I gotta get out of here fast, exclaimed Diana. I need to know if my friends are okay. She looked around and saw ghouls surrounding her. They were rabid. They were all zebras and bat ponies. What have I done? She asked herself in shock. She pulled herself back and grabbed her minigun. She then started pulling the trigger and spun in a circle, shooting all of the ghouls. I don't think she's coming back, said Smokey. She's been gone quite a bit, hasn't she? I can't believe they're all dead, exclaimed Sucker Punch in a scared voice. I never got to figure out who I was yet. It's okay, Sucker Punch, said Rocky. Everything happens for a reason. You'll know who you are in time. She turned her head towards Rocky and gave him a smile. I'm glad we have a death claw on our side at least, said Sucker Punch. Me too, said Smokey. If it weren't for our friend here, we would have been toast. I just hope Diana is okay, said Sucker Punch. The radiation was rising. Diana was getting closer to the crater. She couldn't believe it. The blast was greater than the radiation. A giant hole was all that remained. I need to get out of here, Diana said to herself. I made a mistake, but it wasn't my fault. She looked around and realized she had an idea of where her friends went. Then she started walking away from the crater. The radiation finally made its way through the power armor, though. Oh, shit, yelled Diana. She started sprinting as fast as she could, but eventually she fell down and fainted. Okay, it's been too long, said Smokey. We need to do something, and we need to act quick. We aren't taking too much rads here, but it'll eventually catch up to us. At least just me and Sucker Punch. Rocky turned his head at Smokey and spoke. What are you implying, Smokey? Well, said Smokey, you could take the radiation. You just need to get in, then get out. Fine, said Rocky. The Chosen One can't save us if she's dead. Rocky started running into the green fog of radiation. It was her again. The pony with the green and purple hair. Diana still couldn't understand. She kept thinking about how she looked familiar. Call me Jay, said the pony. Do you think you're a hero? You're wrong. This is all just a game, and you're a pawn. What do you mean? Diana screamed. This is all too real. I hate it. Then maybe one day you'll change it, said Jay. Now it's time that you woke up. What? Said Diana. It's time to wake up. Chosen One, yelled Rocky. Now's not the time for sleeping. It's time to wake up. Where am I? Asked Diana. Rocky picked up Diana and ran as fast as he could to where Smokey and Sucker Punch reside. Time was running out. If Rocky didn't make it on time, Diana will die. Ma'am, yelled out an NPR trooper. Charlotte turned and waited for a response. Are you aware that you could have created a war? I saved all of us, yelled Charlotte. I got rid of both zebras and bat ponies. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. She turned around and started walking away. Knowing the stable dweller, she survived. I did see her with power armor. For now, we'll keep on moving. We will not stop moving until we catch that so-called stable dweller. Be careful, chosen one. Your journey is only just beginning. Chapter 7. Now, this is the part where I say happy birthday to Max, because this is pretty much where he gets introduced. I didn't make his OC on here yet. This is all I have. So, here's what he kinda looks like. Anyway, let's get into it. Chapter 7. To Dodge City. Breaking news. The Everfree Forest was blown up today. All zebras and bat ponies are dead. At least we think. Some ponies say they seen a stable dweller, not just traveling with a zebra and a bat pony, but also a deathclaw. Could this be the stable dweller from Stable 17? Time will only tell. Here's the Wasteland Whalers. Fly like you. I still can't believe the NPR would do that, said Smokey. Using nukes? What the actual fuck? It could be worse, said Rocky. We could have all been in the blast. Smokey turned her head towards Rocky. What about the stable dweller? Asked Smokey. She fucking was in the blast. Diana sighed, then she responded. I'm glad to be alive right now. I could have died, but Celestia gave me another chance. Celestia? Asked Sucker Punch. I thought she was gone. Well, yes and no, responded Diana. I didn't just see Celestia. I also saw a pony with a pale colored coat. She had glowing red eyes. Her mane was green and purple. Minus the purple, said Rocky. It sounded like you described Lady Cobra. Rocky looked around every creature. Then he spoke again. I can't tell you that Lady Cobra is a villain, but I can't also tell you that she's a hero. She's also wanted by the NPR. Then why are they busy chasing me and not her? Asked Diana. Rocky responded, You must be more valuable to them, perhaps. You're the chosen one, after all. Enough, said Smokey. We should get moving. What's our next destination? Diana looked at Smokey and responded to her question. We're going to Dodge City. It's a safe city once we get inside. We'd better be careful then, said Rocky. A bounty hunter cyborg lives there. We don't want to risk getting the chosen one. Him getting the chosen one. I'd say he might already I'd say he might already be mad about the Cobra. When will we be there? Asked Sucker Punch. Diana looked back at Sucker Punch and responded, We'll be there tomorrow morning. It's been a long day, and we need some rest. Especially if the cyborg bounty hunter is down there. We need a rest for a fight like that. Diana then started setting up a fire and a spot to camp. It was hard starting up a fire, but Diana used a spell she learned as a filly. It caused a warm fire to start up. Smokey caught a rad roach and killed it for meat to put on the fire. If we're gonna need rest, we're gonna need some food too. I'll be helpful later, said Smokey. As for you, Sucker Punch, here's a mango. The Bat Pony became excited. She loves mangoes more than anything. Thank you, Smokey, exclaimed the cheerful Bat Pony. I'm just taking care of what I have left, said Smokey. I think the music just ended. Let me... Yes. Get rid of that. Alright. Okay, go while it's playing. Alright, let's go back. Is it playing? Okay, good. I have some good news, yelled a pony. What is it, Eliza? Said the gray pony. Can't you see I'm busy with something? Sorry, sir, responded Eliza. Remember that stable dweller wanted from that wanted poster, Max? The cyborg pony turned around to face Eliza. Yes, he responded. What about it? Well, said Eliza, I heard from an NPR ranger that the dweller is coming to Dodge City. That's wonderful, exclaimed Maximus. They're not going to dodge us when they get here. He started chuckling. Get my gear ready, Eliza, exclaimed Max. We have a job to be getting to. Well, see you soon, stable dweller. I thought that was a burnt page for a second. I was like, what the fuck? It's time to wake up, every creature, yelled Diana. We have a city to get through. What's so important about this city anyway? Asked Rocky. Well, responded Diana, I need to get to Manhattan. We are taking the safest route to Manhattan. The safest route hasn't been so safe thus far, said Sucker Punch. The fact we are this far is already surprising. These boots were made for walking, responded Smokey. And that's just what they'll do. Chapter 8. The Cyborg Hunter. We finally made it, gang, said Diana. Dodge City. Sucker Punch looked to her left. No pony. Then she looked to her right. Once again, no pony. Where did every pony go? Asked Sucker Punch. Not sure, responded Smokey. Keep an eye out for anything odd, said Diana. We don't want to fall for a trap. Good idea, said Rocky. I don't like how quiet this city is. Let's just try to go through quickly, said Diana. Sir, Eliza yelled out. The stable dweller has arrived into town. This is great news, Eliza, said Maximus. We should give them a warm welcome, shouldn't we? Yes, sir, responded Eliza. They appear to have company, sir. What? Yelled Maximus. Who is she with? Eliza hesitated to say, then he spoke. A bat pony, a zebra, and a deathclaw. A deathclaw? This will be interesting, said Max. Should I alert the NPR, sir? Asked Eliza. No, responded Max. They will only make it harder. Ma'am, yelled the NPR trooper. We located the stable dweller from Stable 17. We believe she's walking to the west entrance to Dodge City. Ugh, responded Charlotte. I really don't want to see that cyborg. This is my catch and not his. The trooper looked at Charlotte. Well, we'll do our best to keep the cyborg out of it, said the trooper. Start calling troops into Dodge City, Charlotte commanded. The stable dweller must be stopped. The four creatures made it to the west entrance. As they walked in, the ponies came out. Is that a death claw? Yelled one pony. Pleasure to meet you, Rocky responded. Wow, yelled another pony. We've never met a talking deathclaw before. Welcome to our city. The ponies looked at the rest of the four. Is that a zebra? Yelled another pony. Smokey looked scared for a moment. Don't worry, yelled the pony. We are all friendly down here. Thank you, said Smokey. You must be that stable dweller, right? Asked the pony. Yeah, I'm from the stable 17, responded Diana. Oh my, the pony said in a shocked voice. Are you the chosen one? We all heard about your story. Do you ponies have a bar in this town by chance? Asked Smokey. If you need a drink, responded a pony, you can find it at that building behind us. Please, make yourselves at home. But don't cause no trouble. Thank you so much, responded Diana. The stable dweller and her friends walked up to the bar. It was awesome. There was a stage for performing ponies. On the stage was 3 ponies, a brown pony with a cowboy hat. The second pony was a dweller. She wore a jumpsuit with the numbers 02 on it. The third pony was a singer. She was a gray pony with white hair with red and orange lines. Mind if I perform? Asked Sucker Punch. I'd really like to. The bar ponies shook their heads and let her on stage. The Wasteland Wailers will play the music, said the bar pony. They'll play, you'll sing. Sucker Punch walked up to the Wasteland Wailers and recommended a song. Here's my story. It's sad, but it's true, sang Sucker Punch. It's about a mare that I once knew. She was singing Run Around Sue. Every pony started cheering, all except one. Howdy, folks, said the pony. That's him, Rocky quickly whispered to Diana. I heard a pony from stable 17 would be here, but I didn't think it was true, said the pony. The pony gave his hoof to Diana to shake hooves. My name is Maximus, said Max. Welcome to our wonderful city. The ponies then shook hooves. My name is Diana, she responded. It's very nice to meet you. I do have one question, though. Ask away, said the cyborg. Why are you being nice? Asked Diana. Why wouldn't I? Diana then showed her wanted poster. Oh, that? Responded Max. I'm not gonna capture you. I'm gonna capture you later. Okay, said Diana. Your friend there? Asked Max. Is she really a zebra? Yes, responded Diana. It's very rare seeing them, said Max. Anyways, what brings you into town? Diana looked at Max and responded. We're heading northeast. We're going to Manhattan. Looking for some pony? Asked Max. Just 2 ponies, responded Diana. A pony I knew before the war, and another pony called Lady Cobra. Did you just say Lady Cobra? Asked Max. Yeah, why? Responded Diana. Come with me, said Max. I have a story for you. Chapter 8, Part 2. The Legend of Lady Cobra. This is the perspective of Max, by the way. So Max is saying all of this. This is the story of... This story was 6 years ago. I've still been searching for the outlaw, Lady Cobra. Lady Cobra was the best damn shooter I've ever seen. A long time ago, we've had a strange visitor wander into town. We thought she was going to be trouble, but she was good in our town, overall. There was just one thing wrong. The NPR commander challenged the stranger to a duel. This is the story of Lady Cobra. I remember it like it was yesterday. As you know, I'm a bounty hunter. Lady Cobra came into the city hoping to save the people. A riot had been going on for weeks. The NPR was the cause. When she made it to the city, she asked me for my help in protecting Dodge City's ponies. The NPR has ruthless soldiers. The Enclave is much worse. If it weren't for her courage, the city would have blown up to pieces. She led us to safety and ended a long battle. It was an epic fight she put up. The new NPR commander is more corrupt than the last. Charlotte wanted to avenge her commander and started chasing after the outlaw. After years and years of searching, she became presumed dead. No pony has seen her for 5 years. There are ponies that believe she resides in the great glowing unknown. It's a bit hard to believe with all that radiation. Maybe she lives in a cave. Others believe she lives in the Zebra Empire. That's all you need to know, traveler, said Max. That was a quick chapter. Chapter 9. The Great Battle of Dodge City. That was quite a story, said Diana. So where do you believe she's hiding at? Max looked around, then he spoke. The Great Glowing Unknown, Max said. It would be impossible to get in there without power armor. Sir, yelled Eliza, the NPR just arrived at the west entrance. Uh-oh, said Diana. There's a whole army waiting outside, yelled Eliza in a nervous voice. Calculating numbers, said Maximus's AI. 221 ponies. Do you know how to shoot a gun? Asked Max. Yeah, I do, responded Diana. Take this and protect every pony. Max handed Diana a hunting rifle. Every pony began to gather around. Every pony gathered around, yelled Diana. Rocky, Smokey, and Sucker Punch walked up towards Diana. Need something? Asked Smokey. Every pony take out a gun, said Diana. The NPR is here outside. Maximus wants us to protect this town and its ponies. A chance to get revenge? Asked Smokey. Don't mind if I do. Okay, troopers, yelled Charlotte. Who's ready for a fight of the century? Hoorah! Yelled all the NPR troopers. Then let's fight! They appear to be storming in now, sir, yelled Eliza. Now, screamed Max. Every pony ran out and started shooting. Rocky ran up to the crowd and slammed down on them till their bones were crushed. Smokey and Sucker Punch were walking together. Sucker Punch flew around spotting the enemy, and Smokey was the sharpshooter. While every pony was fighting, Diana ran to look for a safe place for the town's children. Stable Dweller, yelled the pony in a stable jumpsuit. It's me, Little Pip. I'll take the children to safety. Thank you, said Diana. Diana ran fast back to the fight. Bodies were everywhere on the ground. This reminded Diana of her stable, how every pony she knew before was dead. In a fit of rage, she pulled out her hunting rifle and started shooting. Her, yelled Charlotte. Start shooting her! Charlotte then pulled out a grenade and pulled the pin Then she threw it at Diana. No! Yelled Eliza. He then ran to the grenade and covered it with his body. Thank you, Chosen One. The grenade then blew up. Chunks of the pony's flesh flew up into the air. Eliza's blood started flowing down like rain on Diana. Her pupils began to shrink on her eyes. She had never seen a pony exploded, nor in front of her. She then started breathing heavily as she took cover. War really doesn't change, does it? She thought to herself. Suddenly, a loud noise came from the sky. A giant war blimp. Holy shit, Diana yelled. This is the Brotherhood of Steel, the blimp said. Stop your fighting now, or we'll resolve the situation ourselves. Think, Diana, she said to herself. Think. Diana had a plan. Rocky, she yelled. Get over here. What do you need, Chosen One? Asked Rocky. Pull out the power armor and minigun. Rocky pulled out the power armor and minigun set in front of Diana. Diana then put on the power armor and picked up the minigun. Say hello to my motherfucking friend, yelled Diana. She then started shooting the NPR. Ow, yelled Charlotte. She looked down at her shoulder and she was shot. She fucking shot me! Don't let her walk! We are coming down, yelled the blimp. A rope from the sky and the Brotherhood of Steel soldiers came flying down. Oh shit, yelled Charlotte. Every pony retreat! The NPR troopers started running towards the west entrance as fast as they could run. We'll be back soon, Stable Dweller, yelled Charlotte. Are you citizens okay? Asked a Brotherhood soldier. Yeah, for the most part, responded Max. Name's Buck, said the soldier. Would you mind explaining what that was all about? The NPR was looking for this Stable Dweller, responded Max. She's wanted by them. So, she is, asked Buck. He then pulled out his gun and aimed it at Diana. Put all your hooves on the ground. Oh my god. He moved again. Put all your hooves on the ground, yelled Buck. You're under arrest by orders given to us by the Brotherhood. Do not try to resist. Wait, yelled Sucker Punch. You're making some kind of mistake. Sorry, man, said Buck. But my orders are orders. They then took Diana on the blimp and flew off. What now? Asked Smokey. Now, responded Rocky. Now, we try to get her back. Chapter 10. The Brotherhood's New Friends. This is gonna be the last chapter, I think. How did I get here? Moaned Diana. Where am I? That's like her favorite thing to ask. Welcome aboard, Dweller, yelled Buck. I'm glad you finally woke up. I thought I was under arrest, said Diana. Why am I not tied up? We're going to claim your reward, said Buck. But there has been a change of plans. We need you to do a job for us. Diana looked around for a moment. Are you fellas the Steel Rangers of the Brotherhood? Asked Diana. Yeah, responded Buck. We are what's left of the Steel Rangers, at least. What kind of job do you have for me? Asked Diana. A reporter from Dodge City was captured by the Grand Pegasus Enclave for info, responded Buck. Some ponies say she knows the whereabouts of an outlaw named Lady Cobra. Every pony has been searching for years. That's great, exclaimed Diana. I need to find Lady Cobra for info. Buck looked at Diana and spoke. Well, does that mean you're gonna help? Of course, yelled Diana. We found some info, ma'am, yelled an NPR trooper. Well, responded Charlotte. What's the news? We heard rumors about a pony the dweller is looking for, said the trooper. You got a description? Asked Charlotte. The trooper sighed, then spoke. We have a name and description. He's dressed in a trench coat. He's a gray pony with red eyes. His mane is striped red and black. What's the name? Asked Charlotte. We believe his name is Billy. Billy Joe Cobra. Cobra? Asked Charlotte. So, what's the plan? What's the plan, Rocky? Asked Smokey. I don't know, he responded. I have an idea, exclaimed Sucker Punch. You guys do remember I have wings, right? Oh yeah, responded Smokey hysterically. Well, said Sucker Punch, I can fly up there and follow them. What about us? Asked Rocky. It seems like a perfect time for you guys to rest. I'll come back sunrise. Sounds like a wonderful plan, Sucker Punch, exclaimed Rocky. Alright, now I can pull this out. Let's see. There we go. Now I can pull this out. Chapter 10, Part 2, The Grand Pegasus Enclave. The Enclave. So this is the perspective of a reporter. The Enclave. Many say they're a democracy. Every pony is so full of shit. The Enclave is dedicated to restarting without any race but Pegasus. They are patriots when it comes to their job. I've heard a lot about them, and I will expose them. My name is Flame, Flame C, and I will be revealing the Grand Pegasus Enclave. Exposing, that would have been the better word. If you, or some pony you may know, have been in a stable for a while, it's time for an outrage. The Grand Pegasus Enclave has been experimenting on ponies in stables for years. And what about Lady Cobra? What part does she play in this? Well, I interviewed her many moons ago, and I can now identify why she has wings. The Enclave, I believe, those useful to the Enclave became alicorns. I personally think this must be discussed as well. Ponies from Stable 09 were gunned down as soon as the stable vault door opened. Although the Enclave had done some bad stuff, I believe that there is something more about them. Some ponies have been reported missing and found acting strange. Some ponies have been replaced into robots. Note to self, Max isn't one of them. Chapter 10, Part 3, Reporter Rescue, which I think is the longest chapter here. A long journey has passed. Diana had made a lot of friends along the way. She was happy it wasn't going to end for a while. She was in the weaponry of the ship. She was given a plasma rifle and power armor from the Enclave. So, asked Buck, what's the plan? Diana smiled. Then she spoke. The plan is to make them think I'm a soldier. Sounds great, said Buck. Just go in and out. We're almost to Cloudsdale. The stable dweller is such a fool, Charlotte spoke to herself. I know exactly who she's looking for and where. Remember that war blimp? Asked the trooper. The Brotherhood blimp, you mean? Asked Charlotte. What about it? We believe they are holding the dweller. What? Yelled Charlotte. This should be good news, ma'am, said the trooper. And why is that? Asked Charlotte. They're heading to Cloudsdale in NPR and Enclave territory. Meanwhile, with the Enclave in a dark room, a pony is strapped down to a chair. I'm glad you have finally awoken, said a pony. Too dark to see who. You almost exposed us, but luckily no pony reads the news anymore. The pony walked closer to the tied reporter. We've heard all about you, Flame. The pony spoke. We remember all about the fight you put up in Dodge City. Who led the fight again? The pony then removed the rag from Flame's mouth. You can all eat shit, yelled Flame. The stallion walked closer, and Flame could now see him more clearly. He was a white Pegasus with a red mane. On his chest was a tag. It read Commander Mech. Ponies with bad behavior will be punished, said Mech. I'll give you one more chance until I lose my patience, guards. Take her away. Many of hours have passed since the Brotherhood arrested Diana. Smokey and Rocky looked into the distance and saw Sucker Punch flying back. Well, asked Smokey, anything we should know about? They're heading to Cloudsdale, responded Sucker Punch. If I heard right, they're going to see the Grand Pegasus Enclave. Enclave, yelled a pony. Come out, yelled Smokey. The cyborg came out of hiding. Max, asked Sucker Punch. What are you doing here? Max looked at Sucker Punch and spoke. I want to help out as much as I can. Good, said Smokey. This is your fault. It is your fault that they arrested her anyway. You guys are lucky to have me at this time, said Maximus. And why is that? Sucker Punch responded. Well, Max said, it just so happens Lady Cobra gave me blueprints of the Enclave base. I know the best ways in and out. Max started grinning. It had been a while since he had done an important job. Not even the fight with the NPR would satisfy him. Each and every creature started looking at one another with smiles on their faces. So, this was happiness. No creature had ever felt happy like these four. I'm glad we could finally take down the Enclave, said Max. They took our local reporter Flame, and we also need to get her back. Together as friends, said Sucker Punch. We can never lose. Our friendship is almost like magic. It was dark and awkward. Flame was tied up on the chair, while an Enclave soldier in power armor watched her. You're Flame, right? Asked the soldier. Flame looked around and responded, Yes, that's me. Awesome, yelled the soldier. Flame looked confused. She felt nervous about the soldier watching her. You don't have to worry. The soldier took off his helmet and revealed herself. I'm Diana of Stable 17, and I'm here to save you. And now that I realize it, let's equip the Flame OC. So there you go. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Sorry guys. Flame. There we go. But why? Asked Flame. Let's just say I'm a friend of Lady Cobra's, responded Diana. I need to find her for some answers. The stable dweller then untied the reporter. Let's get out of here, shall we? Diana sent a signal out to the Steel Rangers with her pit buck. The signal was sent. Alright, men, yelled Charlotte. You've been training for this moment. Are you ready for this? Yes, yelled an army of NPR Trooper Pegasus. Are you ready to make a noble sacrifice for your district? Yelled Charlotte. Yes, yelled the army. Then let's fly to Cloudsdale, yelled Charlotte. Every NPR Pegasus trooper began to fling their wings up into the air and start flying towards Cloudsdale. Hoorah! Yelled every NPR trooper. That's the signal, team, yelled Buck. Let's get into the battlefield. Suddenly, sirens go off. Attention, soldiers, yelled a voice from the sirens. We have an escapee and a hero on base. Calling all soldiers for battle. When I said in and out, I didn't mean cause attention, Buck said to himself under his breath. Just hold him off, stable dweller. We'll be there in a moment. Looks like we might need backup, said Max. Why do you think that? Asked Sucker Punch. Max looked up to the sky and responded, just look up at Cloudsdale. Cloudsdale looked crazy. Enclave soldiers gearing up for battle. The Steel Rangers are storming into Cloudsdale ready for a fight. And the NPR never seemed to give up. All of them were Pegasus troopers, and they didn't look happy. Golly, said Smokey. I sure hope that Diana is okay up there. Smokey then lit up a cigarette, since she knew she'd soon be up in that battle too. It looks like a free-for-all up there. Well, said Max, it's a good thing that they've been behind us. Max then whistled with his hoof, and ponies from the Battle of Dodge City came out. We're all willing to help out, yelled all of the ponies with guns. So the whole city is now going to help them. Oh my Celestia, yelled Diana. How in the hay do we get out of here? Don't ask me, responded Flame. I thought you knew what you were doing. Suddenly, Diana ran into a huge soldier. Pretty ponies want to play, said the huge soldier. Diana reacted fast and used her pitbuck vats to get a good aim and shot. She pulled her gun against his she put her gun against his head and pulled the trigger. Caps started coming out of the huge pony's armor. Diana grabbed them and continued running. Soldiers from Sector 5 report to guarding the master, yelled the sirens. Every pony else, give me that dweller's head. They seemed really mad at you. They seem really mad at you, don't they? Asked Flame. Story of my life, said Diana in a cheery voice. We should almost... Diana was then interrupted by an explosion. Diana used her arm to cover the light, then she looked up from the hole on the roof. Is that the NPR? Asked Flame in a panicked voice. Diana looked around for a faster way outside. Fuck it, said Diana. She then ran at full speed into a wall with her armor, and it worked. Let's get out of here, yelled Diana. This way. Buck was a good soldier, but this wasn't his day. He was having trouble with the Enclave, but suddenly, boom! One of the Enclave base blew up. Some of the Enclave base blew up. Buck looked up and his pupil shrunk. The NPR is here. Charlotte slammed herself to the ground in front of Buck. Don't you know? Asked Charlotte. Bad ponies get thrown out like garbage. Charlotte then put a bullet in Buck's head. No, yelled the now last Steel Ranger. You will pay for that. Now, asked Smokey, how do we get up to Cloudsdale? I didn't really think about that, said Sucker Punch. Rocky turned to face the ponies. I have a plan, but I'm not sure about it. What is it? Asked Max. I'll pick up every pony with my big hands and throw them up there. Let's try it then, said Smokey. Rocky began picking up the black and white striped zebra and then put her in a throwing position. Are you ready, Smokey? Asked Rocky. Fuck yeah! Rocky then threw Smokey up into the sky. She had successfully landed in Cloudsdale, but not softly. Okay, said Rocky. Who's next? See, said Diana. I told you we could make it out. Watch out, screamed Smokey. Smokey? Diana asked herself. Holy shit. It's a fucking battlefield. How are we gonna get out of here? Flame asked. We'll find a way, responded Diana. Here, take this gun. You're gonna need it. Bucket's dead, screamed Lemonade. Some pony killed him. Diana started looking around and saw all the ponies killing each other. Diana felt as if she was sick. She started to remember what happened to Eliza. She remembered the blood and guts flying everywhere. Suddenly, she heard someone calling her name. She then picked up her gun and started shooting. As she started shooting with flame, the Enclave took attention. They all started shooting the two until they had to shoot at the NPR again. A Enclave soldier named Willie White charged at Diana at full force and speed. Because of that, he and Diana fell off Cloudsdale. The armor was too heavy for them, and they landed in the ruins of the castle of the two sisters. It was still full of the blast radiation. Diana didn't have her helmet and freaked out. She immediately ran to Willie White and pulled his helmet off with force. As Diana saw Willie White's face, she got a sudden memory. She knew this pony. I remember you, said Diana. The white stallion's eyes shrunk as Diana pulled out her magnum. You were a huge asshole before the war. She then shot Willie's head. Diana picked up the helmet and put it on her head, Red Dead Redemption style. What did I just do? She asked herself. She looked around the ruined castle, hoping to find something. To her surprise, she found two things: a book and a familiar logo. The title of the book was Elements of Harmony. The logo she saw looked like a Stable-Tech logo. Stable-Tech, she asked herself as she walked up the set. As she walked, she set off a trap door. It was some kind of secret basement. As Diana walked down, she was sure she had found an abandoned stable. Once Diana made it down, she started inspecting the stable. She saw a paper on the ground and read it. The paper read, Entry number 36. So here's what the paper says. Entry number 36. The experiments are doing great. One day Equestria will go back to its glory. I'm glad this stable is in a hidden location. I heard there was a cannibal that killed every pony in stable 17. At least they think every pony died. I was in the back looking at the computer when I saw it. A cryogenic pod is still active in stable 17. I wonder what it's going to look like when the pony wakes up. Note: Stable 17 in New Pegasus. Not underwater. A moment of realization fell through Diana. Although she got an answer to the death of her stable, she was curious. She read herself the note at the end. Not underwater, she asked herself. There's two stable 17s? Interesting. She looked around some more and found out what happened to the stable. A pony named Little Pip blew the stable up. Stable 101. Diana, yelled Smokey. Oh, what the hell? More ponies from Dodge City were thrown up to join the battle. Yeehaw! Yelled Max. He landed on top of the Enclave soldier and started shouting, Giddy up! He caused the soldier to fall off the cloud battlefield. He then opened up the sides of his chest plate, and two miniguns came out. Then, he started shooting both NPR troopers and Enclave soldiers. Suddenly, Max stopped shooting. He was hearing a beep sound. Locate that noise, Max said to his AI system. Locating sound. Located. Every pony run, yelled Max. It's a goddamn bomb. Seeing that Diana can't be found, the NPR retreats. The ponies from Dodge City retreat because of the bomb. Let's go, Smokey said to Flame while running with her. Stop right there, said Commander Mac. I will not let you take away my information. Behind Smokey and Flame was a fall. Smokey looked down, then she looked back at Mech. You can't fight gravity. Catch us if you can, said Smokey with a grin. Smokey then pulled Flame with her hand, and they fell off the cloud. As she fell, she looked for a safe place to land. Smokey landed in a lake, and Flame fell into a soft bush. Looks like we got away for a bit, said Smokey. Every single one of you are fucking crazy, responded Flame. I like that. Alright, now I can change the OC one last time. It feels like some pony made this their home after the bomb, Diana said to herself. She turned her head and saw the fascinating suit. It was a Mark 6 Omni environmental suit. Who's there? Yelled a high-pitched voice. I should ask the same thing, said Diana. Come on out. I won't hurt you. A young pale-colored filly walked out of her hiding spot. She had red eyes and a green and brown mane. Diana got a sense of deja vu. What's your name, little fella? Asked Diana. I'm called Diana. Nice to meet you, Diana, said the filly. My name is Coconut. Coconut Cobra. And that's it, guys. Let me pull back the current version of Diana. So that was book 1. I reread it to you guys in one video, one stream. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be uploading part 2 here soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. And I hope you guys enjoyed the story, because the next book is going to be even better. A little bit shorter, but even better. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. And once again, happy birthday to Maximus this